Now open. Healing is a journey, 6-week guided experience. If you've been feeling tired, emotionally heavy, or ready for deeper healing, this is your invitation. I'm opening enrollment for Healing is a Journey, a 6-week guided, faith-centered healing experience created to help women begin, continue, and stay whole. Starts Sunday, March 1st. Time 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Virtual registration closes before the first session. This is a safe space to slow down, reflect honestly, release what you've been carrying, renew your mind and heart, and allow God to restore you. You don't have to heal alone. Register now. Limited spots available. Go to my website www. Author Stephanie M. Seaton. Come, Healing is a Journey.
I guess it would help if I unmute myself.
That was part of the
Listen, I was so ready. I was just hyped up. Listen, thank you so for tuning in tonight to an amazing episode of the Stephanie M. Seaton Sunday Show. We are going to have a great dive tonight. I'm so happy to have 2 of the 3 doctors of wellness in the building. Well, I say in the building, in the studio tonight. So we have Dr. Min, Dr. Jeniece, and listen, it is going to be amazing. Go ahead and like, tag, share, get your popcorn, whatever you need to do to prepare for the interview tonight. This is going to be an amazing conversation. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday break. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Now, let me go ahead and do the disclosure as I talked to my guests before we went live, okay? So on the show, we honor God, okay, as the ultimate healer, Jehovah Rapha, okay? But we are open to learning about tools that support the body, the mind as well, okay? And we definitely want to talk tonight about wellness. And I know sometimes we hear holistic and we lose our minds, okay? But there are some holistic practices that go hand in hand with our kingdom beliefs. And tonight we are going to be open-minded and we're going to talk about those things tonight. We have got 3 amazing doctors. Again, we've got Dr. Brenda that could not be here tonight. She had an emergency, but we've got Dr. Min and Dr. Jeniece, and they are going to do a deep dive. So welcome, doctors, to the platform. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
I am so happy that you guys are here tonight. This is going to be really good. Even though I just fried some pork chops tonight. Listen, I am at the same time on this journey of healing, empowerment, transformation. And I'm actually, even though I ate those pork chops, I'm on this journey of getting to a better me physically. Okay? I have recently just been through so much stuff, and you know how life happens and trauma, and it manifests in different ways. And for me, it has been my body. It has been the weight gaining, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. And I know a lot of people can identify with that tonight. And you guys are going to be talking about some amazing things. We were talking before we came live, and so many people now are open to the vegan lifestyle, right? So that's a part of holistic living, but there's so much more, right?
Yes.
So let's kick it off with, let me have both of you take the time to introduce yourself. Dr. Min, we'll start with you. And then Dr. Jeniece, if you will do an introduction of yourself, and then we're going to get going.
Well, first of all, Stephanie, thank you. Thank you so much. I am excited to be here. Every time I have a chance to talk about wellness, I'm just grateful. I am a mom. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm a student of life. Yeah. As long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be the best person I can be. I wanted to know about me, mind, body, and spirit. And so I didn't set out to be a wellness practitioner. It just came like in the progressive manner. So, it's just so many things have transpired. I've always wanted to help people. That's the basic foundation of what I've always wanted to do. Went to school, went to college, became a psychologist, got a psychology degree. But after that, it's just like, what else is something else that was brewing in me. And it wasn't until after my son was born, which he's now 21, that I worked the business. I wanted to give something back. I wanted to do something big. And so I started a nonprofit, and from the nonprofit, working with women and teen girls, I got into, again, all the time, still learning about me. I became a fitness instructor, just a whole bunch, so many things. But after the birth of my son, something was brewing at me. Like I really needed to do something that was really big. And so I just kind of meditated for like maybe a couple of weeks. And then the organization came. And from there, I went to school. It just spiraled out of control. So I am so glad that I did do a deep dive into well-being. I've been a doctor since 2010. I became a naturopath. And just been teaching and providing information to the community and things like that. So I'm not going to keep I can go on for days. But Brenda, you go ahead and take over, sister. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks, Tashar, Dr. Man. I'm sorry. That's a joke between us. But I am glad to be here. Once again, like you said, my name is Dr. Jeniece Paige. I am the CEO of Black Vegan Health and Wellness Enterprise. I am the Black Vegan Health and Wellness Coach. I've been a vegan for over 30 years. I started this journey in 1994, the vegan journey, but I became a vegetarian in 1990. So I've been on this journey for a very long time. And this life, this where I'm at today is a passion and a purpose. It found me. I didn't find it. I had a whole different dream. I had a dream of being a CEO of a business, of a AT&T business, but God showed me that I get to be a CEO of my own business. So it found me. I was always doing health and wellness, and while I was working in corporate America, I was doing it for corporate America. I was doing it for my church members. I was doing it for people because they saw my journey. They saw how I lost weight. They saw my journey. And I'll never forget, I'll say this, is when God showed me that I get to do this for myself, I was like, you got to bring a whole lot of people to me because, honey, I make a lot of money, my bonuses, and I was attached to my check.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
And I was not attached to the vision he had for me.
Yeah.
But when I said yes, everything was it just naturally happened. So that's why I said I'm on my purpose and my passion, because it found me. And my business, when I became a vegan, my very first email was Black Vegan Health and Wellness. Very first email, before I even knew I was going to have this business.
Wow.
So when I started my business and I was coming up with a name, I was told, he shared, you already have a name. So this is just divine.
Yeah.
So I'm here and I'm loving it because I get to transform and help people understand the journey, because it is a journey. And my tagline is, and the journey continue, because it does. As we evolve, our life change, everything change. So there's seasons in our life. Every 7 years, your cells change. So every 7 years, you're going to be in another season. What you can do in this season, you're not going to be able to do in the next 7 years. So we have to be prepared. So I am here for the journey. My journey started with my grandmother because she had high blood pressure, diabetes, with high blood pressure. She died of a heart attack. I was well on my way. When I looked at her and I looked at my family and all their history, I was like, give me the land. I want the 18 acres. If you leave any money in the bank, I'll take that. But what I'm not going to take is high blood pressure, diabetes, and all the other things. So I had to quickly make a change, and that's what I did. And I'm almost 60.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So, okay. So very good. Very good. I saw a quote, and this is partial quote. This was from Dr. Brenda Wakefield. She talked about wellness, and she said, this is sound biblical kingdom principles towards a path of optimal health and wellness. And then I saw from Dr. Jeniece Paige, rooted in the power of holistic health and kingdom purpose. And that stood out for me, because we do want to do things with purpose, as you said, and you know, everything's not black and white, but tonight this is a cultural thing, because so often, you know, we say we want to do better, but we don't necessarily put ourselves first. And we go for what's quick and what's easy versus taking the road that's going to be life changing, that we got to actually put some blood, sweat, and tears in. And the thing that I've been telling myself recently, doctors, is that I'm worth it, right?
Yes.
So, I'm worth the extra step of, you know, whatever it is that I'm going to do in my health journey, because I would help somebody else do it, right? I would help somebody else get to where they're trying to go. So it's kind of an issue of self-care at this point. So let me kind of tell a little bit about who you are, from a perspective of advertisement. We are the 3 doctors of natural and holistic services, business owners and allies in this collective, dedicated to educating and serving the community through natural and holistic approaches. We believe that wellness encompasses not only physical well-being, but also our mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects.
Yes.
For a unique blend of expertise services, mind, body, energetic healing, as well as health restoration. And so that includes diet, nutrition, detoxing, the word we definitely don't like. I know I don't like detox. Listen, I have drunk the detox in tea, and those cramps get to hitting me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've had enough of it. So listen, I know all about that. It's good for us, but it's not necessarily the process. You know what I'm saying? The process doesn't feel good. But I know that you ladies probably have some type of methods that you can use to kind of make it a little bit better. Your mission is to educate. That's the big one right there.
Yes, absolutely.
Educate, guide, and prove holistic services, and empower individuals to achieve optimal health and wellness naturally. And that's the word right there, naturally.
Yes.
So I know you guys offer coaching, accountability. Tell us a little bit more about some of the services that you offer overall as we kind of take this deep dive.
Well, let's see. The overall, it's the lifestyle change. We're looking at lifestyle.
Okay.
And there are different points to lifestyle. We're talking about the physical body, our health. We're talking about emotional well-being. We're talking about, and then within that, what we eating, what we drinking, and how we drinking it. How we managing stress, how we are exercising the physical body, and how we providing nutrients for the body. So the lifestyle, that's what we really focus, and that's how I keep on point. So there are certain things we do for the body, the mind, and the spirit, and that encompasses all parts of ourselves. So I remember as younger, I would just do run. I'm just a runner. But I was not doing the physical part, like giving my body the nutrients that it needed, right? Wasn't really managing my emotions or my stress, you know?
Right.
So we look at all aspects of when we're working with our clients. And you can go ahead and piggyback off of that, Jeniece.
It's the whole body, like she said. It's the whole. It's the whole person. Like she said, the mind, body, and soul, and spirit. And I agree. You have to, the nutrition and the physical has to go together. The physical helps you manage the stress. The nutrition, I tell people all the time, you can lose weight all day long with just good nutrition.
Right.
You're going to lose muscles too. That's why you need the workout. But you can lose weight with good nutrition. So if you want to start somewhere, start there, and we can work our way to the physical. So, and then the mental, like she said, the mental, that's where it really starts at, right here.
Everything's the mindset, right?
Right here. That's where it starts at. So you can say, I'm going to do it. But if that mental ain't there, that mindset ain't right, it's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah. That kind of makes me think. I had a show, I can't remember what night it was, I usually do podcasts Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think it was New Year's Eve. I did a show and the Lord gave me the word reset.
Mm-hmm.
And that in itself is a powerful, powerful word. The Bible says, be ye therefore transformed by the renewing of your mind. But reset was the word that he gave me. And reset is the same thing as transform, changing your thinking, because all of it starts in the mind.
Yep.
And, the power of the mind controls everything else. What
Everything.
we think, what
Right.
we feel, everything starts there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do to get started with changing our thinking about holistic wellness? How do we start that process?
The question would be, where am I?
Mm-hmm.
Where am I? And we have to be honest with ourselves. Am I doing the things that I need to do to stay well?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start with you, Miss Stephanie, with the pork.
I'm gonna talk about my pork chop.
Right.
So with the pork, we have to understand that pork is an unclean animal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so when you mentioned that I'm worthy, right? And about 2017, I had to ask myself the same question: am I worthy?
Yeah.
That's a very powerful question, because we can say we are, but do we really feel like we were?
That's it.
Because that's a mindset, and that comes from being programmed from the outside. Now, am I truly worthy? Now, what does that mean? Now, people say, I love myself. Well, do you really love yourself? Do you know what that is to be loved? Do you know what that feels like? Do you really know what it is to take care of yourself on that level?
Yeah.
So the first, you have to be honest with self. That's the first thing, right? Because I can't treat or help anybody if you don't really be honest with yourself. We really have to understand, like, there are some things that I still need to work on, it's like Jeniece said, it's an ongoing process. It's the journey, it's continued, So the first thing is say, hey, and if you can go to your wellness coach and they will receive you 100%, right? Openly, and accept you just where you are. So you can be as transparent as you possibly can. It doesn't matter, because either way, some of the things that we use to see, we'll see where you are anyway.
Yeah. Right. What goes on in the dark comes out in the light.
We can see. We can look at your eyes. We can look at your tongue. We can look at your fingernails, and we can see, because everything comes from inside out.
Yeah.
We can look at your skin. We can look at all of that to see where you are.
Exactly.
So the first thing is to be honest with self.
Meet you where you are. And when you meet yourself where you are, then you can go to the next level. And the thing is, I tell my clients all the time, you have to be totally transparent with yourself. I mean, you can tell yourself all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But doesn't mean it's going to move the needle for you.
Right.
And you're fooling yourself. But you have to be totally transparent with yourself. And then you have to take a good look at yourself. When I took a look at myself in the mirror, I mean, I was cute. I was young. I was chunky. But I had to take a good look at myself and say, you know what? I deserve better, but I had to change here. And by doing that, I had to write down what I wanted to see, how I wanted to see myself at 50, because I didn't see I wasn't raised with a healthy 50-year-old in my family. I couldn't tell you what a healthy 50-year-old looked like, but I had to see what a healthy 50-year-old looked like in me.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
And in order to be an example for my nieces and my great nieces.
Yeah.
So that's where I had to start at. That's where you get to start at.
Yeah. Looking in the mirror.
Yeah. And being honest.
Yeah. And being honest. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me ask you guys this, and I'm gonna say, guys, I mean no offense.
You're fine.
How do each of you personally define healing? And where do you believe healing ultimately comes from?
Well, healing looks different for everybody.
Yes.
It does. And I'm a believer with the relationship. So I believe in the Trinity. I have a full relationship. Healing comes from within. And if you within, but using the strength from your source, my source, my source. but also that's healing your mind, your body, and soul. But the body, the physical body, is
Mhm.
meant to heal itself.
Right.
If you treating it right, if you're
Properly, yeah.
if you're feeding it right, if you, and when I say feeding it, I mean nutrition, I mean um, um, reading.
Mhm.
If you're a believer, you read the Bible. I mean feeding it spiritual word, also water, air, doing all the things, the elements.
Yeah.
That also that's part of healing. So healing looks different for everybody, but from all of us, because in different stages. But
Right.
that's where I believe, that's what I look to. I look to him first,
Mm-hmm.
internally, and doing all the things that I need to do.
So there's some work for us to do.
Absolutely.
There's a part for us to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Very much so.
I agree as well. So healing, we have our bodies are equipped to heal under the right conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Said
That's the key right there. Say that
under the right
again.
conditions.
Under the right conditions.
Under the
Yeah.
right conditions.
Yeah.
And again, she talked about the mind as well, because the mind feeds the body as well.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I really want to stress is that when we abstain from the things that is affecting the body, the
Yeah.
body heals. I'm telling you, the other day I did a 3-day, I didn't eat for 3 days.
Mhm.
You talking about the weight, you're talking about your skin, you're talking about the fluid. I mean, that's a magnificent change in 3
Yes.
days. Just one day of not eating. And I don't mean eating because you're running around tired. Now,
Yeah.
deliberately, consciously saying, I'm just
Fasting.
going to abstain from
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah.
The body will be healing itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we do have that capacity. So we work from the framework of healing the body with natural remedies.
Yes.
Eat the right
Exactly.
food that's best for you, because
Mhm.
every food out here may be good for you, but it may not be good for me.
That right there.
Yeah.
Like that pork. I'm just teasing.
Hey, I can take it. I can take it.
Yeah. So
I don't want to be too graphic. I didn't actually digest the pork, but I did
Okay.
taste the pork.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
chewed it up. I
Okay.
didn't swallow.
Okay. Got you.
Okay.
Listen, I'm taking injections right now.
Yeah.
So it's a process. I can't just stop eating.
Oh,
stuff.
absolutely.
Yes.
So I got me a pork chop, I chewed it up, and then
Yeah.
and I was done with it. I didn't ingest it, but I had to
Okay.
taste it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's a start.
Well, Stephanie, you know what? I like what you said.
Yeah.
Now, Jeniece, you said it's to work with where you are. You know,
Yes,
when
yes.
clients come to me, I'm not trying to give you my regiment that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
are you, and what can you commit to doing? Just go
Yeah.
one step above. If I can
One-
just eat, if I can drink 6 bottles of water versus not having none, having 3 or 4,
Hey, start there.
how can we increase? So we look at
Mhm.
little baby steps and how you can do that.
You
And I
know
let
what?
you marinate on that for a little while, and then
We are real on this show. We are real
Yes.
and we are transparent.
Yeah.
And that is the thing, because that's what people need in order to see change.
Right.
I'm not perfectly doing this thing. I'm not perfectly taking those shots and eating crackers
Mhm.
and water. That's
Yeah.
not the reality, because I
Right.
can't do that long term. Right.
Right.
But if I get myself to where I need to be gradually, then I'll be able to
Yeah.
stay there.
Yeah.
So in the same way, I'm sure that's the same thing with the journey of holistic healing and wellness as well. Let me ask you this: what is the inspiration for the collaboration of you three? I know you guys all have your own individual practices. You're kind of in the same vein as you would, and I think it's beautiful that you guys have came together collectively and are making a difference. So what was the inspiration? How did it come about?
It started with one to serve. We believe in giving back to the community. We believe in helping our people, look and feel better in confidence and transforming the mind. So we knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we will always talk about, what's going on, our clients, just, sharing knowledge. And it happened organically. Really, it did. And it was just like, oh, let's do this. Because we were showing up at events together.
Right.
So it just happened. We were like, we're 3 doctors and wellness. We're all doctors. And that's how it came about. It's just, we have a passion for helping our people,
Yeah.
educating our people, being examples,
Mhm.
and being knowledge, a student, as she said, always learning, always learning.
Yeah.
So it just happened naturally, and we're so grateful because we get to do this and get to be an advocate and support and show the community what it looks like and how to do it.
Right.
I think that is amazing. Before you answer, Dr. Min, we are live. We have someone that has chimed in with a comment. We have Yamika Smith, which is a classmate of mine, class of 93. And she says, I have an idea. No, excuse me. She says, I have an issue with salt. My body does not like salt. Uh, what do you say to that? Is that a common thing when our bodies have been used to salt for so long, or is that kind of not common? What would you say about that?
I don't take salt. I don't, I don't crave. I had no desire for salt. I don't even use salt.
Mhm.
Um, but my question to her is, do she want salt? You know what I mean? She can,
Yeah.
it does not have to. So mineral is what we need,
Mhm.
not salt.
Mhm.
So
And you can get that salt within your regular foods, like just
right,
your vegetables,
like
Yeah.
celery,
Yeah,
certain different foods, you can get the salt.
natural.
So she doesn't have to have table salt to
Right.
live. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yes. And you
So
make
my
a
question is it, is she concerned because she doesn't crave it, or is she wanting it and her body that is rejecting it? That's my question to her.
okay. So Yamika, if you are still chiming in, you definitely welcome to go ahead and comment in the comment section. I'm definitely going to get all the doctors to give their contact information as well on
Mm-hmm.
how you can reach them, so that outside of
Yeah.
this, you'll be able to reach out to them with your questions, and they do have consultations. So
Yes.
be able
Yes.
to get chimed in with them. So Dr. Meehan, what was your inspiration? I know we kind of heard collectively you were all
Yeah.
kind of in each other at the same places doing the same thing. Was that your thoughts as well?
Well, absolutely, because we all do this wellness, and I wanted to do something big. I'm always want to do an event to do do something
Yeah.
big. So working together versus individually, and then there's no three Black doctors working together.
Mm-mm.
We wanted to be doing something massive for the Dallas Fort Worth area. So
Uh-huh.
I'm excited about. We just met together last year. We formulated. We have our debut coming up. A couple of debuts coming up this year. So we're excited about what we're going to be doing for the Dallas. We want to be the ones that y'all call for the platforms to speak on about health and wellness. That's what we're
Yeah.
looking for.
Love
Yes.
it. And I'm sure you're going to get a lot of opportunities. I think it's amazing that you are female, that you are Black, and that you are in wellness. You got a lot of things working for you
Mm-hmm.
just in that area alone. So I'm sure that you're going to get a lot of, there's so many health fairs going to be going on here in just a couple of months.
Right.
So you guys are probably going to be very busy.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all service a big area. I'll go over that list here in just a moment, but y'all are servicing large areas in the Dallas area all over. And so that's going to be really good for you guys as well. Let me ask you this. What, so you have the three doctors and the wellness, you have the
Mm-hmm.
holistic part. Let's talk a little bit more, and we kind of touched on it jokingly a little bit, but the vegan aspect of it. So let's talk a little bit about what that looks like. Why should we choose vegan over just the natural, of everything dairy and all these other products? What is the benefit of a vegan lifestyle?
Well, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna go ahead and start because
Go ahead.
I'm a vegan as well. But I would like to say that I wouldn't have people come out of the gate being a vegan, right?
Okay.
There's levels to becoming a vegan.
Okay.
I started out by just stopping meat. I already grew up not eating pork, and so that was easy for me to not even do. But to letting go chicken and things like that. Now everybody don't have to do that; they don't choose to. We just say that if you choose to eat meat, eat the cleaner meat, the best, the
Mm-hmm.
better of the meat. Know where your meat is coming from, knowing how these animals are being fed and eaten. How they've been treated before you eat it. So it's not just about being vegan. It's about eating better, because you got a lot of vegans who eat a lot of junk food. So it's
Mhm.
about it's about eating cleaner,
Yeah.
And being strategic about what you're eating. Make sure you get the nutrition that you need, because a lot of times you eat these processed patties, and most of those are sodiums.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be careful about that. Some got eggs in it, just got different things in it, but
yeah.
The bag of the ingredients tells it all,
Yeah.
That's what I like to look at. But you don't have to be vegan. So you can start off by just eating cleaner, eating cleaner foods.
Yeah. And to that, like you said, the vegan lifestyle is amazing. It helps with blood pressure. It helps with diabetes. It helps with inflammation. There's a lot of great benefits of being a plant-based eater or a vegan. There's levels to the lifestyle. Like she said, I teach a class on all the different levels of plant-based lifestyle. But to your question is, everybody is not cut out to be vegan. Everybody don't have. My husband is not vegan, but he does eat a vegan 3 days out of a week. He doesn't have meat. That's another thing I teach people on how, if you choose to eat meat, like Dr. Min said, get the leaner meat, get the 99% grass fed. Find a local farmer. Like I looked for a farmer for my parents, because they didn't want to give up meat. I was like, okay, well, we're gonna make sure we find it from a farmer. There's a whole, it's called Farmer Index, where you can find Black farmers that's near you. So I would start looking for that, and I started talking to my family members who all wanted to go in and buy half of a cow or whatever. But I wanted them to know where they were getting their meat from,
right,
and how lean it was, and made sure that the farmers, it was grass fed and organic and stuff like that. So if you're gonna choose that, like she said, make sure it's lean. Make sure you know where it's coming from, how they feeding it, all those things you want to know. Also, you want to know how to incorporate the plant-based lifestyle. You don't want to eat meat every day. Meat has all meat has different types of enzymes. And they don't need to go together. You don't need to go together. You don't want to compound your body.
This is new information.
Yes. You don't, like a pork a piece of chicken and a pork has two different types of enzymes. They're not meant to be mixed together.
Wow.
So you're eating. So when you go to that barbecue, you see somebody with some links, some pork ribs, some beef ribs. You are destroying your digestive system.
Right.
You are destroying it. And then you're going to have some devil eggs. That's another enzyme, protein. So I teach people how you eat your meat. If you choose to have that, how to not have it, because it takes certain meats longer to digest. So you're going to have beef this day, tomorrow chicken. The beef ain't even digest through your system. You compounding your system. So it may not, so you're just destroying your digestive system. So if you don't want to be a vegan or plant-based, then I educate you how to balance your food. So you can have a healthy digestive system.
So everything you're talking about here, these are tools that you teach at the 3 Doctors in Wellness. This is some different information that we can learn by coming and taking the classes, and you break it down and line it out. Wow. Okay.
We talk about so many things when it deals, just talking about food itself. You should talk about food combination with the meat, with your vegetables, with your fruits. Even fruits and vegetables shouldn't be combined together.
Nope.
Right? Bread, no ma'am.
Wait a minute. What?
No. What I'm saying is you have light fruit, acidic fruits, even alkaline fruits, right? They should, like watermelon should always be eaten by itself.
Yes, all melons.
I'm just saying there's a lot that we don't know. And
this is all new.
When you're eating that steak and you're eating that rice, those not supposed to be. So the basic American diet, the food that we're eating, is actually tearing up our digestive.
Yes.
Wow. And so you teach the effects of these foods on the body and how we need to do it in a healthy manner if we're going to, take part in eating red meat or whatever you're going to eat. Knowing the effects of what it's causing on your body. Wow.
And let me go a little deeper. So one of the things that one of the tools that we use, because of course we can't see everything we can't just accept what people are saying. We use a tool, we use a biocommunication technology, which is Zyto.
Yep.
Zyto gives us it's like a biocommunication. It sends a signal to your body, and your body responds to it. It acts like it's probably, I don't like to say a lot of technical tests, but it's 10 times, maybe 100 times better than that. You know, you send a signal and you respond to it.
Yeah.
But it's sending out, it's sending out signals, and however you respond to it.
Yeah.
You get a printout. We get a report on what you need, what inflammation you got, inflammation in the body, what's causing it, what type of parasites you have in the body, what type of emotions is affecting your body.
Yes.
So this is a tool that we actually use.
So this is AI.
No, it's not AI.
Not really.
No, it's not AI. This is way before AI.
Yeah.
I've been using this.
Wellness AI.
Yeah, it's way before then.
This is just it's energy.
It's the diet you should have.
Yeah.
It goes in so much detail.
Yeah.
That we have to break it down to you so it won't overwhelm you.
Right.
I can imagine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to talk about two of the faith-based practices that you guys use, and you mentioned one earlier, and I can't remember if it was while we were live or while we were not. And I might pronounce it wrong, like I told y'all just help me. Iridology.
Oh,
about the iris of the eye. Is that correct? Iridology?
Yeah, iridology, right. Some people say iridology. Yeah.
Okay, and that's the study of the iris of the eye to assess the
that's
health.
That's a tool, right? That's a tool that's used as well, right?
So kind of tell us what that looks like.
Okay, so what it looks like is that I have a little eye machine you put up to your eye. I take a picture of the eye, and so I can study the eye. So it's a reflexology of the eye, because we believe as naturopath that what's inside is also outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
When we were born, as we were in our mom's womb, we were like this.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So everything is touching, have pinpoints and things like that. But we start to grow out. So those familiarizations with those different pins is still present outside the body. So that's how we can see inside and out. So when we look at the eye, there's a clock method that we use, and it also correlates to different parts of the body.
Okay.
So when we look at the marks, we look at ticks, I'm looking at dark spots, light spots, and it tells me what part of the body and also shows inherited illnesses as well.
Mm-hmm.
Illnesses, it can tell me what stage particular illnesses are in, right?
Wow.
So I use that along with the Zyto scan.
Mm-hmm.
And also use the blood pressure, and we take blood sugar, the glucose check. So all of that gives us a good view, plus as well as the consultation from the client. It gives us a good view of what the blood pressure alone can tell you a lot.
Right.
Right. Your analysis can tell you a lot.
Yes.
And if my clients have a blood, what you call it, a lab.
A blood panel.
We use everything to look at the whole person, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So iridology is another tool that we use to look inside the body to see what's going on.
And that helps you come up with like a specific, because it's a specific plan for each individual.
Yes.
You don't just whatever your services offered are not they're not cookie cutter.
No, ma'am.
Custom tech. Yeah, that's the part I like.
Because it's coming from you. It's you're telling your own story about where you are. Yes,
exactly.
Yes,
that's good. Your body is telling your story.
Your body is telling the story of your habits and things like that. What you putting in is your ecosystem.
Wow.
That's what is the blueprint of how you live your life. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow. Now I'm going to ask you guys about somatic therapeutic practice.
Okay.
And all over social media, most recently, I have seen these videos where people are going through healing, and they're crying and they're breaking down. And I'm not sure if they're going to the chiropractor. It looks like a chiropractic office.
No, it's not a chiropractor.
This is me talking, I thought they were the chiropractor breaking down, and I'm like, why is the chiropractor doing this? And so I know there's probably some other people watching too that might have just hypothetically thought it just looks like a chiropractic office. We don't see this commonly, is where I'm going. It doesn't necessarily look common. But the Bible says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. That's in Psalms 139:14. The body gives clues when something is
It's
off.
wrong. Yes, it does.
Okay. And so I looked and I saw that you guys do somatic therapeutic practice. I kind of looked a little bit, and that pretty much is healing trauma that has been stored in the body through awareness, through breath and nervous system regulations. And so listen, I have seen these people, they're like talking about pull your tongue, and they're doing massages, deep tissue, what it looks to be. Let me say that, what it looks to be deep tissue massage. And I see these people just break down.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about this, and what does that look like? Like, and when I say what does that look like, I mean, this isn't something that I've heard about just until most recently on social media, just looking. So why are we just now hearing about it now? If this is something that has been available to help us in our healing process, why are we just hearing about it now? You know what I mean? And just kind of talk a little bit about this.
Well, it's a newly modality, and it's a collective of modalities as well. To use breath work, use body scans, do meditation. There are some other methods they use to heal the trauma and deal with stress. Let me preface with this.
Okay.
Animals deal with stress in the moment. They deal with it in the moment, right? So, like, I have a little dog, and when he's scared, he's shaking. So that trauma is passing through. But when human beings have trauma, we get stuck. It gets frozen in the body.
Wow.
That's the difference. And so when we're doing somatic therapy, we are doing different modalities or different techniques to allow the freeze stage of the trauma to pass through.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's why you're seeing crying out of the blue. When you're doing a particular exercise, the person just cry because that whatever that stored trauma is released. Okay. And so like the breath work, because the first thing we have to do is regulate the nervous system.
Okay.
Because the brain remembers. And so anything that looks like trauma, we're on the lookout for, and we may respond. And so this type of activity interferes with our daily lives. And so it's like, okay, I can't function, you know.
Let me ask you a question, because I really want to understand. Okay. Would this be like PTSD? Are we talking about PTSD? We're talking about PTSD when, you know, we're in relationships and our new person does something that our old person did. When we're at a new church and the pastor do something that the old pastor did, or somebody in the car.
Absolutely.
No matter where we are, what we do, something that looks familiar.
Yeah, exactly.
Would we even say that these are triggers?
Well, yes. Well, let me also say this. Now, trauma for one person may not be for this person, right? And then our different life experiences, and half the time we don't even know we've been traumatized by the situation.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah. We don't know we've been traumatized. Like death of relationships is traumatic. When people go through abuse, you know, different levels of abuse. Children start off receiving, you know, trauma. They're being verbalized, you know, verbally abused. That's trauma.
Exactly.
I was a traumatic. I'm a product of a traumatic from verbal abuse, and it took me a while to really just speak in front of people. You know.
Gotcha.
And so, and I had to work on myself to do that. So it looks different for different people, and a lot of times we don't even know. So when you go to a trained psychotherapist or a practitioner, they can help you identify those particular areas that you need to work for. And it's different. We have a variety of different
methods
at this to do. Yes, definitely. That's the beautiful thing. Yes. Yeah.
But you also have to be willing to receive that too. You have to be willing to receive and recognize it. And because, you know, there some people don't want to accept that there have been trauma, or they're still stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done 3. I'm like you said, I work on myself. So I've been through 3 trauma program. myself because of trauma, because it starts young. You know, you can get pinpoint is like when it first happened, when you're going through the process, but you have to be ready and willing to receive that and not be afraid of it, because it's scary to people.
It's scary, right?
Let me ask you, well, I don't know if this is necessarily a question, but you said you have to be ready. You have to face it. I really believe with myself as an example, and then all the people that I have talked to through ministry all these years, through podcasting, just in general. Sometimes we have been taught culturally that things are just what they are, right? And so, Dr. Min, you said sometimes we don't know we've been traumatized. I could shout right there. But the reality of the situation is there are so many things that happen in our life, especially culturally in the African American community, in our homes. And sometimes we don't even know, like you said, that we've been traumatized because it's what's always been. It's just how it is, whether it be the loud talking, whether it be the name calling, the teasing, whether it be the things that happened in the house that you weren't supposed to talk about, the things that uncles and cousins and daddies and everybody. And so sometimes we don't even know we're dealing with these things. So we can't go get the help because we have an acknowledgement. How important is acknowledgement?
It's the first step of healing,
Right.
of that in that area.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah. And then you have to look at your life and you have to be honest with yourself. Is this the way I want my life to go? Are there areas in my life that I'm agitated with? You know what I'm saying? We have to look at the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Well, let me get this. Let me work on this so that you can see to get to the core of what's really going on.
Right.
So you have to start with what you see in your life. Oh, this is not going right. Or this is, why does this keep happening to me? Those are the things you're looking at first.
Yeah.
Why can't I advance here? Or what's the problem here? Whatever the question is, that's what you start with.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me also say this. Yeah. Healing doesn't happen in one round.
I was about to say that. Don't expect that overnight fix.
It's a process.
Don't.
Healing is an upward spiral.
It's a process.
It's an upward spiral. So like Jeniece said early on, that you're going to be going through the same thing, or you're going to be going through different things, but it's the same situation. But have I healed from it? I'm at this level in my healing.
Yeah, different level. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I want to say this. I had a revelation earlier in the week, last week, or it might have been this weekend. But I was talking about the fact I recently signed myself up to do a 6-month inner healing program. And, there's this thing called imposter syndrome. If you guys know about imposter syndrome.
Oh,
yeah.
And so I think it's straight from Satan. Okay. So imposter syndrome tells you that you don't qualify, that, you're in everything negative or self-condemnation, pretty much. Okay. And so I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, and the thought came like, you're helping people heal. You trying to teach people this, you trying to teach people that, and you still healing. Well, this is the reality. Why I am most qualified, because I am healing,
right?
I am going through the process, because I am able to be transparent about all the broken places that I had in my life and how I've gotten to the other side. And that was the thing that I put a post on social media, and I said, you know what? Even though I'm not out of my healing process, I'm just right to continue helping other people heal,
right?
Because I'm in it with you. Like you just said a few minutes ago, there's different levels to it. I may be over here, but guess what? As I talk about my experiences and I'm telling people, okay, this is what I went through, this is how the Lord kept me, but this is the part I had to do, which was take accountability, make some different choices, right? And so even though I'm telling people how to be healed and delivered and set free, guess what? I still got to sit at some tables too. Because I still have some things that every once in a while I started that stinking thinking again, or it may be a different area, but that stinking thinking, those triggers, like you said, Dr. Min, those triggers start back again. And so I signed myself up for an inner healing class Because I'm like, you know what? I'm sure there's some things that I've left untouched.
Right.
And I think that would probably be comparable to what you're talking about in the somatic therapy, you know, because it's different, but it depends on how bad do you want it?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
How bad do you want it? Do we really want to be healed so that we can be our best version, so that we can be the person that we were called to be? Because the reality of it is we can't just agree to be broken and dysfunctional for the rest
or
of our
accept
lives.
it, or accept it. Yes.
Yeah, like you said, Dr. Jeniece, you know, you wanted to be a better version of yourself than what you've seen. And that has definitely been the thing for me, is making sure that I am who the Lord called me to be, not just who I've been conditioned to be.
Right.
Right. Because the conditioned Stephanie just accepted anything, because, you know, there wasn't any boundaries, there wasn't any standards. But now we learn, you know, what is that? We do better when we know better, or I can't think of the exact.
Know better, we do better.
Yeah, we know better, we do better. You know? So
on some levels, anyway. On some level.
On some levels, yeah. And then the Bible says, "My people perish because of lack of knowledge."
Right.
So when we have the opportunity to learn something new that we can incorporate in our lives, that are ultimately going to push us into that next place, then we definitely should do that. So I'm excited about this conversation tonight. This has been really eye-opening. I have heard some things I definitely didn't know I couldn't eat, all meats and vegetables. Listen, the barbecues and the potato salad and eggs and everything. And then we wonder why we're feeling sick, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to give both of you an opportunity. We've got about 5-10 minutes before we close, but I want to give both of you an opportunity. What is the takeaway from somebody that is watching tonight? This is the first time they've even thought about, you know what, I want to start a holistic or my journey to wellness. What is your takeaway to them tonight?
You want to start?
Yeah, I would say, be true to yourself. Reflect, look at yourself, see, and not even judging yourself. Don't judge yourself. Just look at where you want to be. Like I said, I had to look and see what I wanted to be at 50. I started at 25, so I was thinking ahead.
Right.
Because I know I'm gonna live a long time. I believe that. So you get to start where you are. You get to start and be honest with yourself. And it's okay if you're not ready. When I say not ready, you're ready, but it's okay if it's a process. It took me a year to lose 50 pounds. A year, but I was glad because I was doing it the right way.
Yeah, that's good.
I was doing it the right way. I've been the same size for over 25 years.
Yeah.
So I say
hold on. The same size for over 20. I had to stop you on that one. Yes. Wow. Okay. That is amazing.
So it can be done. And I say that because we live in this micro world.
Yeah.
That we want everything right now. Yeah. But you want to work on yourself. So my takeaway is work on yourself, be honest with yourself, and start here. Start here. And that comes with personal development. When I say personal development, that comes with reading your word, being true, and then your higher power be your accountability.
Yeah.
Because this is his temple that he loaned to us.
Yeah.
So everything we do that's not right, we're just saying this ain't good enough. So it ain't good enough. And so you get to be really true to that and just and start where you are and give yourself grace and time to get there. You will get there.
I love that, grace. We often don't give ourselves enough grace. Yeah.
Well, she said it she said it well. The only thing I can just add on to that is love yourself enough to be honest, because deep down inside, we do know, we do know, We just have to step out and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and do it,
Yeah.
And notice the process and love yourself in the process. So, and
Thanks.
we all can do better somewhere. Even myself, we all can do better somewhere, and we know that. So,
Yeah.
So Jeniece, she said it great.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm 30 plus years in the game of veganism.
Okay.
At 30 plus. But there's still room for growth for me. There's still room for growth. I'm a nutritionist. I work out. I do all of these things, but there's still room for growth for me.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone. I was with my family, and I was eating some potato chips because that's our family thing. When we get together, sit around the table and eat potato chips.
Yeah.
And somebody said, "Oh, that's not bad." I said, "Yeah, but it is bad for me because I know better."
Right.
You know what I mean? I gave myself grace because it was during an emotional time.
Yeah.
But it did not sit well with me. And I had to go and ask for forgiveness through my body.
Yeah.
For mistreating it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good. Accountability to even yourself. Wow.
Yeah.
That is good. Wow. It's just you said something that we don't think about. I'm sure we don't really think about that very much. We're talking about food, but that can be in any choice that you make the wrong choice against yourself. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And Dr. Min?
Oh, she said it great. There's nothing else for me to piggyback on after that. So be true to yourself. Start where you are. And take one step at a time.
And I'm gonna say this, sometimes some people can't take a look at themselves in the mirror. It's hard for them to see themselves. Well, put it on paper.
Okay.
It's a fact when you write it down, and you get to read that and look at that you still seeing yourself.
Okay.
So put it on paper.
Let me ask you this, and I'm an author, so I always think about writing. Do y'all ever recommend people do a prayer journal or spiritual support?
Oh,
absolutely. Part of my program.
Absolutely. Yes.
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 Everybody.
A lot of book writers.
Writing is very powerful.
Yeah.
It's very powerful. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is part of how my healing journey began. I started by reading books that were about healing, but then after I started reading the book, which kind of started the healing process, then once I started writing and became an author, that continued it and it got deeper. All the things that I had held in forever,
exposing it, right?
I got to write it, and some of it through myself, some of it through characters, but it helped me to release it. And I was like, wow, I did not know that writing had this type of power.
Yes.
And so I'm obsessed with writing. I literally stopped seeing my therapist because I've been in therapy throughout most of my life. And I was paying $70 to $100 to go talk to a therapist. But once I started writing. I'm telling y'all, it was just amazing. Just me, the Lord, and this computer, and me just telling all my business to myself and figuring out how I'm gonna put it in the book, and whether it's gonna be me or Sally, and just knowing that I'm getting it out. Just knowing that I'm getting it out. So I
definitely journalists. Definitely.
I do. I'm a journal. I have 3 journals.
Okay.
I have one for business, one for business. I journal about my business. I have one for personal. When I said personal, like when I read my study the word, I journal behind it, and then I have a gratitude journal.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so 3 different journals, different areas of your life. That's big. Yeah. That's a big nugget right there. You're separating the different areas of your life for your journaling because, believe it or not, guys, we are different versions of ourselves depending on, what day it is, different times of the day.
Right.
And it's okay. It is okay. I like how you said just separate those journals because what you may be writing about for a book wouldn't go into your business journal. That's totally different. So, Why are you laughing, Dr. Min? You laughing at me?
No, I'm not at all. I'm agreeing. Yes. Yeah, because I give journals to my clients. I give them a book to journal in, right?
Yeah.
So for homework, so for different questions they may have, they need a journal about for that week. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I would like for you both, before we close out, to tell our viewers how can they get in touch with you. Please give them your contact information.
Okay. Well, my contact information, I am located at 5787 Southampton. So I'm in the Duncanville, DeSoto, Dallas area. I'm off of 67 and Hampton, right behind Wells Fargo, the Wells Fargo building, if y'all familiar with that area. My contact number is 214-308-8310. So that's 214-803. No, it's not. So it's 214-308-8310. So it's 308-8310.
Okay.
And then my website is the name of the business, which is lifeboundwellness.com. Lifeboundwellness.com. The email address is lifeboundwellness@gmail.com.
Nice.
All right. Very good.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And I am at 2459 March Ridge Lane, March Ridge in Carrollton, Texas. That's where I'm housed out of. You can go to www.blackvegan.net. That's my website. All my information, my phone number is 214-233-6748. But everything you need to know about me is at www.blackvegan.net. You can find everything you need there. You can book a call with me there. You can send a message there. And like I said, my office is 2459 March Ridge, Carrollton, Texas, Suite 130.
Very good. Very good. And then we also have Dr. Brenda Wakefield.
Mm-hmm.
She was not able to be here because of an emergency, but we do want to let you know her name as well. Look her up, Google her as well. This has been an amazing episode, ladies. Thank you guys for
having us
tonight. This is very informative.
Thank you.
And I'm happy that we got an opportunity. I've been, me and Dr. Min have been trying to get something locked in forever. I think it took us about a year, but we got it.
Well, I'm glad it happened.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
So I nothing but blessings to you all. Look forward to seeing you again soon. And I'm in Dallas quite a bit.
Okay.
And so I may have to come by and check you guys out so y'all can help me with this food thing.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Love to.
Alrighty. But thank you for having us. We appreciate it. And we thank you to your listeners, and we look forward to seeing all of you.
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you again. Thank you all for tuning in tonight to another amazing episode of the Stephanie M. Seaton Sunday Show. Make sure that you support Dr. Jeniece and Dr. Min. Make sure that you go to their pages. I know that they're also probably on social media, and then they have physical locations as well. So make sure to support. And no matter what time you look at this interview, you can still click on the links as well. And then go back and contact them. Okay. So thank you so much. Y'all have an amazing night.
You too. Thank you.
Have a great night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Rho Alpha Tau DFW Chapter. His work Our Hands. Membership Initiative. Go to rhoalphatau.org to sign up for membership and request the DFW chapter. Remember, his work Our Hands.